I'm going to make a very simple drink for you today. It's a London Fog. I'm heating up some milk into the microwave. I'm heating up like a little bit of water onto the stove. Add some vanilla to it. Some Earl Grey teas. And I heat it up in here because after a while, when you sit there and you boil the milk, you'll get like this condensation onto the side or some kind of film. You get like this milk film on the side, makes it a little harder to clean. So I just do this for clean and also raise it up. So I was watching this movie last night, The Woman of the Hour, directed by Anna Kendrick. She stars in it. And there's this scene in it where she says they're wanting her to go into the show, and she's an actress. And this was to give her some view time to be seen by people who could hire her. And she says, I'm working very hard to get very little. I just kind of explained my night last night. I was out and I was on 10th Street, headed towards Rural. It was late night, and there was these cops pulled in front of this house on the north side of the road, and they didn't leave very much space to get through. And at first, I thought maybe it's a checkpoint to see if like people's been drinking or whatever. And I wasn't sure, so I kind of pulled through, and it got down to one lane. And I had to get to the left lane on the wrong side of the road to pull through. And these cops came out to the car, and it just made me think of like how police officers are trained, you know? Because immediately they came to the car with an attitude. Like instead of like approaching the vehicle and seeing like why someone would drive on the wrong side of the road, they immediately it didn't matter why it they just came to the vehicle and was like, you are in the wrong, you need to get out of here, and kind of wanted to promote like prompt an interaction with me and the police officer. So like if I were to defend myself, if I were to um, jump up, like, what are you talking about? Like you guys don't even have the roadblock. Like what's going on here? Like I didn't have a say. So instead, they just kind of yelled down my throat and made me like back out and then turn down another street to get out of the situation. It's like if it were a road stop, a checkpoint, and I seen this and I backed out and I turned, they would have thought that as suspicious and they would have followed me And it would have been a big deal. Like, well, why did you avoid a checkpoint when you could have just? It's like, are you drunk or something? It's like there was like no win situation. And this cop right here could have like been blocking the road. As soon as like they like forced us to back out, they he blocked the road, and I had to back out this entire way, like, which doesn't sound like a big deal, like backing a straight line, but this is at night. There's cops on all sides of me, and they have like a blowhorn telling the people to get in and out of the house. And then you call the non-emergency line to kind of sit there and tell them, and their situation is like, well, you should have been driving on the wrong side of the road. Like, I mean, it's the one cop who wants to come to your car is going to be in the right. Everyone behind him is in the right. This cop car right here, the one that was supposed to be blocking the road, he's supporting that one cop. The emergency contact that you call, they support the cop. Like, there's you're put in no position to where you can protect yourself. I mean, this is just like one situation. Like, I've had multiple situations where with the police officers, and just living in this building for 6 months, I've had situations that has came up. This is probably the most, the biggest point I could have made. This turned out really good. At the end of the movie, Anna Kendrick said, or it came like a highlight of like what happened to Anna Kendrick, and she said, it said that she had moved to California for a simpler life. Where did she move to? That's what I want to know. I've had problems in this apartment from the beginning. This stove doesn't work. I don't even complain about it. The flat top doesn't work. The dish machine. Pulls in and out. Can't get in and out of it. I had one complaint. The ice machine doesn't work. Not only do I not have an ice machine, but it's backwards. I can't even get into the thing.